Hello lovelies, it's Sunday morning here. I hope you're having a lovely day wherever you are. I'm so excited about this build because I had just bought the Snowy Escape pack and I was just in my element with all of the snow and loads of new content to play with and explore. Like, that's my favorite thing ever. So I kind of just really went wild with this random idea I had of these huge massive rocks as an entrance to this really big grand house. So I ended up creating, like, I want to call it a ski manor. I'm not really sure. I don't know what classes a house as a manor. And it's got its own slope, which really in real life is not big enough for skiing, but we can just imagine. And I just love the concept of this whole build. And it kind of took me a while to make it really work. Like, it was just not playing right at the start. You can see here, every time I was trying to drag the floor out to create the floor plan, it was like moving the rocks, and I just had to create the shape and then drag it on top, and it was just a faff. But these things happen and you just get there in the end. So usually with my builds, I start with the outside. I just work on the shape of the house, the like exterior, and all of the trees and rocks, and just, yeah, the complete outside. I feel like that kind of sets the tone. And I was just having so much fun with the way that this game pack affects the trees and the rocks and anything that you put outside. I mean, one thing I'm kind of annoyed about is how you can't change how the floor looks outside, if that makes any sense, like on a patio. And it's just really annoying because what if I don't want it to look white? What if I don't want snow on that place? But you don't really have a choice. And it's okay, because I guess it just means that it all fits in better and blends well. But yeah, I don't know, it was kind of annoying. I feel like it would be good to have the option, is all I'm saying. But yeah, I just love how this one turned out with the way that I've raised the ground, because I just feel like when you play with the terrain, it really brings a house to life and makes it look, well, this, I don't know how realistic this looks, but I feel like in a sense it does make it look more real, because houses just, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I feel like they're more believable when there's like more interest with the elements in terms of the ground and the trees and rocks and things, rather than it just being on a flat plot every time that you build. Does that make sense? I don't know. I've tried to cut out some of the spinning. I'm really sorry if it gives you a headache. I feel like this was a tough one because I have raised the ground. It makes it like bounce when you zoom in and like turn the camera around. So hopefully I've done a good job of cutting most of that out and you can just focus on what I'm actually doing, but I can't promise anything. It was kind of an awkward lot, I'm not gonna lie. And I also realised that this huge rock on the left is actually off the ground, which I didn't realise until quite far into the build, and I couldn't adjust it without undoing everything. So it's a bit of a pain, but you can't really tell. So yeah, it's fine. There's also loads of new windows with this pack, which I think fit into the snowy style really well, obviously, because it comes with the pack. But I just felt like with the vibe I was going for, it just didn't fit. I kind of wanted to blend a traditional grand manor with a bit more of a modern style, but not too modern. So I felt like those new windows didn't quite fit. So I did go with these massive windows, which here in this entranceway, I feel like I've created this like globe walkway, which really looks cool, but I don't know if it really goes with the vibe of the house at the end. Like, I do love it, and in the like drone shots, I feel like it does look really cool and it kind of brings the outside in, but I don't know. Let me know what you think on that one, because I don't know if I can make my mind up whether I like it for this house or not. But yeah, with the inside I just kept it really lodgy, I guess, with dark wooden floorboards and walls to match, and the only rooms that aren't the same are the bathrooms. Oh my gosh, onto this entrance, guys. Another thing that I'm just not sure on. I feel like this is questionable. Like, what kind of house has an entrance like this? What was I thinking? I really don't know, but I actually love it. I don't know, it's just strange. No one is gonna have an entrance like that to just a normal house. It's not normal, but I went with it and I do like it. It's fine. There's no rules in this game. I also jumped straight into furnishing this ground floor of the entranceway because I found all these ski items. I don't know why, because then I go back into build mode and not furnishing. I think I just got excited because of all this new furniture, and because this whole family home is centered around family that love the outdoors and love skiing, I thought it would be so cool to have this little entryway where when they've like done on the slopes, they can come straight in and sort out their gear, if that makes any sense. So I like how it turned out. It's a bit random, and it's definitely a house for skiers or snowboarders, maybe like a holiday home. Because I think if you weren't into skiing, you'd come here and just be like, what? It would be different. So moving on to the layout of the house, this house turns out to be a 4-bedroom house with 2 bathrooms and an ensuite. And I really like how the layout turned out. I feel like it just works with this kind of gallery area. Is that what you call it, where it looks over onto the living area? I'm not sure. You know what I mean anyway. But I also create a walk-in wardrobe for the master bedroom that has the ensuite, which is right there, and I absolutely love doing that at the moment. I'm a bit obsessed. I think it's because I want my own one. So I can't stop doing it, but I just love how it turned out. That master bedroom on the end with those huge windows, oh, it is a dream. This is kind of like a dream holiday house. But I'm obsessed with the living room as well, with the way that it looks up over to the 2nd floor, and those massive windows and that new door from the pack as well. It's just a vibe. I'm loving it. In a second I go on to add a pool outside, which I feel like really goes with the vibe of the house, and I end up changing it to like this rock pool that came with this pack. Well, firstly I changed it to this sauna bath thing, but then I found the rock pool, and then I tried to see if I could have both, and then I was like, maybe not, maybe that's a silly idea. So I just changed it to just the rock pool, and looking back I do really like it, but I'm just like, I don't know, I feel like this house is quite like bougie. Maybe just as an average pool would be a bit more luxurious. I don't know which one I prefer, but then with these massive rocks, maybe the rock pool is a good idea. I don't know, I can't make my mind up. Also guys, look at the way that the snow just falls on everything you put outside, like those cars down in the driveway. I'm loving it. It's just so cool. It's so different from any other pack that we've had so far, which, speaking of packs, I don't actually own them all. I really need to get a couple more. I really want the jungle pack, I think it's called, and island living, or are they the same thing? Guys, I took some time off Sims and I feel like I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore, so this is a joke. But nonetheless, I'm very excited to eventually get some more packs. I just get so inspired whenever I get a new pack. I think we're all like that, to be honest. But this is definitely one of my favorites so far, and I love those sofas. I didn't put them in, but you kind of just saw them for a second. They have a couple with the faux fur rug thing on them, which I love that style, and even on the benches there, I love that they've done that on a couple different items in this. They've got so many new amazing items in this pack, I feel, for my style anyway. So I was thoroughly enjoying that. Now with the entranceway, I felt like it just needed a bit more clarity, if that makes sense. I just wanted it to be a bit more obvious that this is the entrance. So I added this walkway, which was a bit of a pain with the rock situation, but we got there in the end. I just feel like because it's white, this is something I definitely would have chose to keep brown. But then I guess because I could still have the fences, it still makes it quite obvious, and I think it does look really cute, especially with that little tree. She's cute. Yeah, doing trees and like, what's the word? Fauna? Is that right? Just making it more real with trees and things is my favorite thing, especially when they're different with this game pack. Like, look at those little sprouty, spiky things. That is usually a bush, but in this game, it's just spikes because it's the winter. I love it. I'm so sad. I just feel like that really adds a lot. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm gonna move on. I feel like this game pack would be a really cool place to make like a skiing village with like mini huts and things where people go on holiday. I don't know, I might try making that, we'll see. But in terms of the garden with this house, I obviously used most of it for that mini slope, which I do not regret. I think it's really cute and just fun, especially if they have younger kids in the house. But I did keep a small area for planting and just chilling out on the grass. That isn't, or snow, that isn't up on the balcony kind of area. So I like how like balanced this turns out to be. I feel like the outside just looks like it's all got different sections that blend together, and I feel like that's kind of when it looks real but still interesting, and like, I don't know, I'm just proud of myself, okay? I like this one. So with this globe entrance way that I'm really not sure on, I decided it was only right to make kind of like a boots room area. So I've obviously got these really comfy looking seats in, which go around the shape of the globe. I don't know why I'm calling it a globe. It just looks like a snow globe or something. It's really cool. I love it, even though I'm not sure about it. But anyway, I also pop in like a rug and a dresser or something that could put coats and shoes in. And I feel like when you come into this house, it's such a warm, cozy area to walk into. But also if you're obviously in the living room or the kitchen, that's like a nice place to walk through to go out onto the balcony or into the garden kind of area. So I'm like in a love-hate relationship with this entranceway. Like, I think it's really cool and I love it. I just don't know if it's quite the style that we're going for, but it's fine, we'll deal with it. I was kind of going for a really homey, lived-in feel with this house, and I popped these boxes and bits under the stairs because I wanted it to just look lived in, which I feel like I kind of kept that feel, but I did delete those items and a couple other ones because I just felt like ultimately I wanted it to be cleaner, and especially if it is going to be a holiday home, I feel like they wouldn't just leave boxes lying around, you know? Also, with those cabinets that I just used before I've popped these black ones in, they came with the Snowy Escape game pack, and I really like them, but they just don't look right in the kitchen. I feel like they actually look like they'd be good in the boots room. They just remind me of what you have when you go to an ice rink or something. They just don't look like they'd fit in a house. So I did replace them, and I really like how the kitchen turned out. What I've done with the fridge here, and actually there's a couple other things inspired by this person in this house. Wow, that didn't make sense, did it? I mean, welcome to my channel and welcome to me not ever really making much sense. All I'm trying to say is that there are a few things in this house inspired by a Sims speed builder, which I'm going to put her channel down below because I'm not sure what her name is. She is incredible. I don't know why she doesn't have more followers or subscribers. But yeah, the fridge and also what I do with the showers is completely inspired by her. She is insane. And I kind of missed it, but I wanted to address the plate situation. The plates that I put on the kitchen table, which you might see again in a second, they're actually stacked plates, and I wanted them on the table to obviously go with that lived-in vibe, but felt like it just looked really cool to like lay the table out. So I did that, but obviously they're stacked plates, which you wouldn't do. So I don't know. I mean, think of it what you will, but I think it looks alright. Also, with this little no, it's not a futon, ottoman, footstool thing that is in the middle of the rugs, the little green dude. I love that. I just love the things that come with this pack. I was also laughing at these posters here. But that footstool has so many designs. I was honestly just laughing at them all. I feel like this game pack really brought some content that we just needed, that we didn't have anything like. So I'm just really glad that I bought this one. Also, this is what I was talking about with the shower. So it's very similar to what that speed builder did. I feel really bad for not remembering her name. But then I changed it to have these kind of screens, which I don't know why I did that, but I actually really like how it turned out. It's really different from me, and I feel like it changes it from a wet room to a walk-in shower, which is more kind of me. So initially inspired by her, but then I feel like I developed it into something completely me, and I'm proud of that. I feel like it looks cool, and I've not seen anyone else do that. I also popped that ottoman in this walk-in wardrobe, and also I think 2 of the 4 bedrooms. I kind of just make the bedrooms all look the same. In this one there's kind of 2 bedrooms that are larger, so I made them quite similar, and then the 2 smaller ones a little bit different, but they're both similar to each other. And I just feel like it makes the whole house just work and like all fit together. I did add these curtains in this master bedroom, which I didn't put anywhere else. The only other place I popped some kind of curtains in was the downstairs bathroom. I did the bamboo blinds, I believe. I'm like not a fan of adding curtains and things. I know it makes it way more homey and like lifelike, but I don't know. I'm not really a fan of the ones that they have, to be honest. But the kind of colour theme in this house is neutral brown and green, and I really liked the green curtains that they had, and that you could just put them either side of the big windows. I feel like that actually really works, so I'm very glad that we have those. I'm not sure what pack they're from though. I have the eco lifestyle pack, and I use so many of the content so much of the content from that pack. It's amazing, definitely one of my favorites. And I also had debug on and like show hidden objects, so there might be a few things in here that you don't recognize if you don't use those cheats, but I feel like they just give you so many more options, and I think I actually used quite a few items from that. So yeah, definitely recommend checking that out if you don't already use that. But yeah, we are coming up to the end of the speed build. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you did, subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I'm gonna let you enjoy this montage. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you very soon.